Hi guys, and welcome to another video. So it's less than a month till Infinity War comes out, and I'm really excited. I cannot wait. So a lot of people right now are going to be starting their marathons or re-reviews of the MCU. So today I thought I would share with you the 8 ways that you can try to re-watch the MCU. Now a lot of these depend on how much time you have, how much you really care about the MCU, but overall this is just a fun time to see which one of these would suit your style and just have a bit of fun really. So this list will just help to see which one of these ideas is your style and which one is the way you want to rewatch the MCU, if you do at all, but I recommend you should. Just to let you know, there's going to be no TV in here. I think there's the occasional couple of episodes that tie in. For example, there's an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. in Season 2 that relates to the events of Age of Ultron, and occasionally you get Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. tie-ins, but I'm not going to be including them. You can if you want, but there's just no real gain and benefit you can have to enhance your viewing of Infinity War really. And just to let everyone know, there will be very light MCU spoilers, but even if you haven't seen some of the MCU films, you shouldn't be that bothered. So the first idea is all of them chronologically. So if you wanted to do a chronological viewing, it would be Captain America the First Avenger, Iron Man 2, The Incredible Hulk, Thor, The Avengers, Iron Man 3, Thor the Dark World, Captain America the Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Age of Ultron, Ant-Man, Civil War, Doctor Strange, Black Panther, Spider-Man Homecoming, Thor Ragnarok. So this really allows you to understand any of the threads that they might pull upon in Infinity War, just in case they decide to reference any films, in case they decide to do an Abomination reference or something like that. I don't know why they would, but if in case they do any sort of reference, you can pick up on that and understand it, which is something I really like about doing them all. It's also just a really fun thing to do. All of them are entertaining in some form or another, so they're not exactly bad films to watch and have a bit of fun of and then enhance your viewing of Infinity War. The second way would be in all release order. You guys know what it was in release order and you can search on the Wikipedia page, but I personally prefer it this way to the first way because it allows you to understand the MCU as it was built by Kevin Feige and the team, how they had different things at different times, but they decided to add the layers on as they did, and I personally think that works a lot better than, say, doing it chronologically, because it expands the universe a lot more when you understand the layers that were built. Now, number 3 is a way to adapt the previous list, so it's taking out the ones that you're not really a fan of. So some examples of ones that not all people like are The Incredible Hulk and Iron Man 2 and 3, maybe Thor 2. This kind of makes the lists more enjoyable and it stops you from slogging through some of the ones you don't quite like. However, there is always some enjoyment in all MCU films in my opinion, and if they decide to pull on a thread that it was in one of these films, then you are missing out and you won't maybe get the best experience you can in Infinity War, which I'm trying to get the best experience I can in Infinity War because I'm so excited for that one. Number 4 is another adaptation of the first 2, and that's where you take out the unimportant ones. So, for example, Incredible Hulk could be seen as very unimportant, Iron Man 3 could be seen as just finishing Tony Stark's story rather than actually developing on the MCU. Even Ant-Man probably doesn't have massive big things for the MCU. It keeps your marathon more focused, it makes sure you're just focusing on the main story and not really going off on any loose ends. But again, you don't know whether they're going to bring back some threads, so maybe you might want to watch them all because they are all still really enjoyable films. Now, number 5 is more of a specific idea, and that is an Infinity Stone watch. So if you want to do an Infinity Stone watch, you would do Captain America the First Avenger, The Avengers, Thor the Dark World, Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Age of Ultron, and Doctor Strange. It gives a new way to look at the MCU. Like Infinity War is going to have a big focus on the Infinity Stones, so it's really great for you to keep track of the Infinity Stones and learn a lot more about them, especially through a film like Guardians of the Galaxy. However, there are some that aren't as good, especially if you're skipping some of the great ones, for example, Thor the Dark World. Now, number 6 is an idea for some who's probably a more casual fan and just wants to be caught up on the main ideas and storylines. In my opinion, this would be The Avengers, Captain America Winter Soldier, Age of Ultron, Civil War, Thor Ragnarok. For me, that's where the universe gains a lot of its importance, and that's where all of the main storylines go in. And then there are, of course, slightly more important films than others, like, for example, say Black Panther. If you want to go to a cinema to get another watch of that before Infinity War, that's quite an important one for the story, but it's probably less important than the ones I've mentioned. The main continuity also manages to stick to great movies, which is really, really good, so it means your marathon is 100% enjoyable. So number 7 is a slightly different one, slightly less specific, but a specific character watch. So this is really fun to do if you enjoy a specific character. I mean, this is what I did for Ragnarok. I watched every film with Thor in it, not including Doctor Strange, but I watched all films that included Thor for Thor Ragnarok, and that was just such a fun thing to do, and it really makes you consider the universe from one character's perspective, and if you really enjoy a certain character, then that's just going to make you really, really enjoy it. However, it may make your experience of Infinity War a bit one-sided. You may be going in just looking at that one character, whereas as it's such a big story with so many characters in it, you might be disappointed with how little they have to do, or your viewing of it might be very biased towards that character, which really might not help your viewing of Infinity War. And number 8 is a slight cheat, but it's a combination of any of these ideas, because it can work to combine some of these ideas. For example, you could do a main continuity sort of thing, but then you could add some character stuff to it. So for example, you could do a main continuity in Iron Man, main continuity in Thor, which I think could work quite well. So it makes the viewing personal, it's what you really want to see, which I think is really nice to personalise your own marathon. And that's what I recommend you do to any of these viewing lists, is if there's any films you really want to add to it, then add them, because they must work really well with the story. So overall, I think if you just want to take anything away from this list, then just follow these simple steps. Either pick to view the universe in chronological order or in release order. I've argued both sides, you know my opinion, and then pick whether you want to do them all or whether you just want to do it in a specific way, whether that be Infinity Stone or any other way. So that was my ideas, the 8 ways of how you can rewatch the MCU, particularly for Infinity War, but even after Infinity War. This is a nice way to build up your ideas for doing an MCU marathon. So I'm doing a Phase 2 review in 4 to 7 days. My Phase 1 review has been up for a while. If you want to check that out, that would mean masses to me. Thank you very, very much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. I'm happy to have a chat with anyone in the comments, and thank you for watching.